Hello, my dear friend. Take a slow, deep breath in and let it out, soft and easy. Feel the weight of your body sink gently into your bed or chair. Let your shoulders relax, your face soften, your mind grow quiet. Imagine the world outside slowing down, stars beginning to wink awake in the velvet night sky. You are safe here. You are warm. Each breath you take draws you deeper into comfort, deeper into peace, deeper into the soft, shimmering world of tonight's tale. Candle, our story tonight begins in a place of quiet stone walls and silver light. Our story sets sail at a moonlit castle courtyard, nestled between forests and hills, where the night air is cool and sweet with the scent of dew-kissed grass. The stars above scatter like tiny diamonds across a midnight blue sky. A soft breeze stirs the old banners hanging from the castle towers, making them sigh and flutter with a whisper like lullabies. Cricket sings softly in the distance, an owl hoots from a hidden perch. The courtyard is empty except for one gentle figure, cloaked in dark wool, moving with the hush of one who knows the night well. This is the falconer, a kind man with steady hands and a voice like velvet, who steps quietly between stone arches and rose bushes sleeping in the dark. He carries a small lantern, its golden glow dancing across his face. He pauses to listen to the silence, breathing in the cool night air, savoring the hush. A hush that seems to wrap around him, protecting him from the busy world beyond these walls. Tonight is his favorite time, the hour when the castle sleeps and the birds of the sky rest upon his glove. One by one, he visits his beloved falcons. They perch inside a wooden mews, each resting on its own thick, soft branch. Their feathers shimmer in the moonlight, each bird's eyes closing slowly as the falconer hums a tune passed down through generations. Did you know, dear listener, that medieval falconers often trained their birds at night? They believed the dark made the hawks more attentive, sharpening their eyes and minds for the day's hunt. But our falconer's birds do not train tonight. Tonight, they dream. He moves from bird to bird, his hands light and careful as he checks their jesses and hooded heads. He whispers softly to each of them, calling them by names like Starshadow, Mooning, Night Whisper, each name, a breath of poetry carried into the night. Each bird, a treasure companion, who once soared beside him over forests and rivers in the pale dawn light. The falconer pauses beneath the castle's tallest tower. There, the stones still remember ancient stories, old secrets told by moonlight. He lifts his lantern to the sky, watching how the soft flame flickers and dances. The moon above seems to shine more brightly, as though it, too, wishes to hear his lullaby. He sits down on a carved stone bench, worn smooth by centuries of quiet watches before him. As he settles, the night wraps around him like a comforting blanket. The leaves of a nearby elm sway and murmur softly in the breeze. A thin wisp of mist curls along the flagstones, gliding like a ghostly cat around his feet. In the hush of the courtyard, the falconer begins to hum again. His voice drifts into the darkness, low and slow, carrying notes of an ancient song once sung by traveling minstrels. A lullaby for both man and bird, for stone and sky. His song tells of skies endless and blue, of cliffs kissed by morning light, of wings beating strong and hearts unafraid. As he sings, you might imagine the gentle weight of sleep settling over your eyes. You might feel the comfort of the falconer's presence, as if he's here beside you, his song chasing away your worries. You might sense the soft warmth of a woolen cloak around your shoulders, the scent of moss and night-blooming flowers in the cool air. You might hear the faint rustle of feathers, the slow breathing of resting hawks, the crackling warmth of a hearth fire somewhere deep in the castle. Tonight, the falconer remembers his father's stories, tales of knights who rode by moonlight, swearing oaths to protect the innocent. He remembers the old superstition that falcons could see truth where men could not, that their eyes were touched by the moon itself. He recalls how villagers once gathered at dusk to watch him release his hawks into the sky, their wings gliding in graceful circles until they became just shadows against the setting sun. A hush falls over the courtyard. Time seems to slow. The world grows soft and distant. You are here, safe and quiet, floating gently in the falconer's story. You can almost hear each gentle beat of the birds' hearts. You can almost see the shimmer of silver moonlight dancing on their glossy feathers. And as you listen, you might feel yourself drifting deeper into calm, deeper into dreams, like the falcons who once flew, so high they could touch the stars, like the ancient songs that echo through these stones, lingering long after voices have faded. Dove, allow your breath to soften, breathing in peace, breathing out any worries, each exhale a release, each inhale a new wave of calm. The falconer's voice grows even softer now, a whisper in the dark. He tells you the moon will watch over you as you sleep, that the stars will guide your dreams, that you are safe and you are loved, and you can let go. Let your thoughts drift like feathers on a midnight breeze. Let your mind sail across the sky, carried by the falcon's gentle wings. The falconer's eyes close for a moment as he listens to the night. Far away, a brook murmurs as it winds through the forest, singing a lullaby older than any human voice. The leaves above him shimmer and sigh, silver in the moonlight. He imagines each sound as a note in the music of the dark, each rustle and whisper weaving into a cradle song for the world itself. He remembers an old legend told in hushed voices around the hearth, a tale that in the quietest hours of night, the moon would send silver threads of light to tie every dreaming heart together, that even if you were alone, those silvery strands would keep you connected to others who dreamed in peace. And so the falconer hums softly, adding his own notes to the night's melody, sending them out on the cool air to find every heart that needs rest. He looks down at a small kestrel, feathers puffed as it sleeps on his glove. The bird's tiny talons curl gently around his fingers, trusting and still. He strokes its back with a single finger, careful not to wake it, whispering stories of dawns they've seen together, of pink skies reflected in morning dew, of the hush just before the sun's first light kisses the treetops, of how safe and warm the world feels when you have a friend who will never let you fall. You might feel your own breath deepening now, your thoughts slowing like falling leaves. The falconer's voice grows softer, words stretching into gentle pauses that lull you further into quiet. He tells you about how falcons were treasured by medieval lords, considered more precious than gold or jewels, that entire fortunes were spent to acquire these magnificent birds. That training a falcon was a sign of patience and love, a symbol of harmony between human and wild. In the castle's tallest tower, a candle flickers behind a narrow window slit. Its tiny light glows like a lone star, watching over the sleeping courtyard. Somewhere beyond the castle walls, a nightingale begins to sing, its song pure and sweet, rising and falling like waves of calm. The falconer listens, letting the bird's melody blend with his own humming. Each note floats across the stones, wrapping around you like the softest blanket. He recalls how travelers in medieval times believed nightingales were messengers from the spirit world, that their songs brought comfort to those who had lost loved ones, a sign that no one was ever truly gone, that even in the deepest night, music could reach across the veil of time, carrying hope to lonely hearts. The falconer looks up at the moon, its light silver and kind, bathing his face and the slumbering falcons in a gentle glow. He whispers to the moon, thanking it for watching over them. He asks it to guard you, too, wherever you are, as you drift into sleep. He imagines its pale light spilling into your room, painting soft patterns on your walls, whispering to you that all is well. Soft clouds begin to drift across the sky, trailing filmy veils of mist behind them. The stars peek in and out, winking like old friends sharing secret dreams. The falconer stands slowly, careful not to disturb the kestrel still sleeping on his glove. He walks across the courtyard, boots silent on the cool stones, lantern swinging with a rhythmic sway. Each step a heartbeat, each heartbeat a lullaby. In the distance, bells in the village begin to chime midnight. Their soft, mellow tones drift through the night air, counting time like the slow ticking of a clock in a cozy room. The falconer hums along with each peal, letting the sound cradle you deeper into slumber. He knows that midnight is a sacred hour in old stories, a moment when magic feels closest, when wishes whispered to the moon are heard most clearly. So he pauses beneath an archway, raises his eyes to the sky, and makes a wish that you will dream of skies without end, that you will feel courage soaring in your heart like a falcon in flight, that you will always know you are precious and strong. that sleep will come to you as softly as moonlight on feathered wings. He lowers his lantern near the ground, watching its golden light ripple across the courtyard stones. He sees tiny moths dancing in the glow, their wings like silvery petals drifting through the air. He smiles, remembering how medieval folk believed moths were spirits of the night, flitting between our world and the realm of dreams. He tells you this softly, so you can imagine each delicate moth carrying your worries away into the dark, leaving your mind lighter and more peaceful. The falconer guides you to notice the smallest sounds around you, the gentle hush of your own breath, the quiet sigh of your blankets as you settle deeper, the faint rustle of the night breeze outside your window. All these sounds blend into a soft tapestry of calm, reminding you that you are safe, you are loved, and you can let go. He returns to the wooden mews, one by one placing his sleeping birds on their favorite perches. He adjusts their tiny leather hoods, designed in the medieval tradition to keep them calm and help them rest deeply. He strokes each bird's feathers with infinite care, murmuring words of gratitude for their companionship. As each falcon settles, he thanks them for their trust, their strength, their silent wisdom. He invites you, too, to thank yourself for how far you come, for every challenge you faced, for the gentle kindness you hold in your heart. In the final moments before he leaves the courtyard, the falconer closes his eyes once more. He breathes deeply, savoring the cool night air filled with scent of moss and wildflowers. He listens to the tiniest sounds, a distant fox bark, the ripple of leaves, the nightingale's song fading softly. He feels a stillness settle over him, a sense that all is right in this quiet corner of the world. He whispers a final blessing, his voice softer than the rustle of feathers. May your dreams be light as air, your worries soft as down, your heart lifted on wings of peace, your night filled with silver moonlight. The falconer turns from the mews, his lantern now lowered to let the stars shine more brightly. He lets the soft silver light bathe the courtyard, the towers, the garden where roses sleep with petals tucked tight. He walks slowly, each step unhurried, as if savoring every sound and scent the night has to offer. He wants you to feel this pace, to imagine yourself drifting through the quiet castle grounds with him, each breath you take as deep and easy as his own. Beyond the courtyard gate, a narrow path winds down toward the old herb garden. Even in the dark, the air here is alive with the scent of lavender, sage, and thyme. Medieval healers once came to gardens like these by moonlight, believing certain plants held more power when gathered under stars. They'd whisper thanks to the earth with every sprig they picked, careful never to take more than needed. The falconer pauses at a lavender bush, brushing his fingers across the fragrant blooms. He tells you that in the Middle Ages, lavender was tucked under pillows to chase away nightmares, its gentle perfume a balm for restless minds. He plucks a small sprig and raises it to his nose, inhaling deeply, his breath slow and calm. Then he sets it in his pocket, saving it as a gift for you, a symbol of peace and sweet dreams. He tells you to imagine the scent of lavender now, soft, floral, comforting. Let it fill your chest with warmth. Let it loosen any knots of worry. Let it guide you deeper into gentle, quiet rest. A night breeze stirs, rustling the leaves of the herbs and carrying their scent through the courtyard. It slips under the falconer's cloak and dances around your ears like a whispered lullaby. The breeze carries a low, distant hum of frogs calling by the castle's moat. Their voices rise and fall like a tide, blending with the night's other songs into a symphony of sleep. You feel each note softening your thoughts, untangling any tightness in your mind, until your thoughts themselves begin to drift like feathers. He remembers how in medieval times, villagers would gather near castle walls on warm nights, telling stories beneath the stars. Old grandmothers recited tales of dragons who slumbered in caves, guardians of secret treasures. Children curled on their parents' laps, eyes wide with wonder, their fears eased by the safe presence of friends and family. The falconer wishes you could feel that same comfort now, that you could sense a protective circle of kind hearts around you, even across time and distance, that you could hear the echo of voices speaking softly of bravery, love, and peace. He wanders to the edge of the courtyard where an ancient oak stands, its trunk thick and gnarled, its branches sprawling like arms to cradle the night sky. He rests his hand against its bark, rough and warm from the day's sun. He tells you how medieval people believed certain trees were sacred, homes to wise spirits who offer protection to those who showed respect. He whispers his gratitude to the oak, thanking it for standing watch through countless nights and storms. Then he tells you that the oak thanks you, too, for your quiet, listening heart, for your hope, for your dreams. The falconer leans against the tree, lantern at his feet, its light flickering with the shadows of the oak's leaves. He hums another old tune, the notes low and slow, each one stretching like a ripple across a still pond. He invites you to match your breath to the rhythm of the song. In 2-3, out 2-3, each cycle pulling you deeper into softness, each exhale washing away the day's weight. He shares a story passed down by falconers before him, that in ancient times, if a falconer dreamed of his hawk flying high and returning safely, it meant his own journey would be blessed with good fortune. So he tells you now, imagine your own spirit as a strong, swift falcon, rising gently from your worries, circling higher and higher above the earth, until your mind is clear as a cloudless sky, then returning to you with feathers smooth and eyes bright, carrying only peace. The night deepens. The stars gleam like tiny lanterns, scattered generously across the heavens. The moon climbs higher, round and watchful, its light pooling like silver milk over the castle roofs. You can almost hear the quiet ticking of time slowing down, the soft hush of the world holding its breath, each minute stretching like warm honey, letting you rest in this moment without rush, without demands. You are free to be still, free to drift, free to dream. The falconer lifts his lantern one last time, letting its glow cast long, drowsy shadows across the courtyard. He tells you the lantern's flame is like the light in your own heart, steady, gentle, always able to guide you home no matter how dark the night. He watches the moths gather once more, their delicate wings catching the light like tiny sails. He whispers that they will carry your sleep dream safely, fluttering softly beside you until morning. He turns toward the castle's old wooden door, its iron hinges creaking quietly as he opens it. A warm draft spills out, the scent of baking bread, the faint crackle of fireplace, the promise of comfort and warmth waiting within. He steps inside, but before the door closes, he looks back to you. He smiles, eyes soft, and leaves you with his final words tonight. Rest easy, dear one. May sleep find you swift and sweet. May your dreams lift you high, and may dawn greet you gently with hope. The door clicks shut behind him. The courtyard settles into silence, wrapped in the soft silver light of the moon. The night seems to hum of the falconer's lullaby, the ancient oak's patient breath, the wings of dreaming falcons gliding overhead. And you are here, drifting between wakefulness and dreams, carried by stories older than stone, loved by a night that holds you safe. Candle, let your eyelids grow heavier with each breath. Let your thoughts dissolve like morning mist. Know that you are exactly where you need to be, held in the quiet of a moonlit castle, cradled by the hum of sleeping birds, watched over by stars that have seen every joy and every sorrow. Rest now, dear friend, rest and dream. As you rest in this quiet courtyard of dreams, the world outside grows more distant. The sound of the day have faded entirely now, replaced by a cocoon of midnight peace. You are surrounded only by the rustle of leaves in the old oak, the faint creak of distant shutters swaying in the night breeze, and the slow, comforting beat of your own heart. Each sound reassures you that you are safe, you are warm, and sleep is close. Imagine a soft mist rising from the moat beyond the castle walls, curling like a ghostly ribbon through the reeds. It drifts across the grass and slips into the courtyard, weaving through the air like a silken blanket. The mist catches the moonlight, scattering it in pale halos that shimmer and fade, shimmer and fade. You watch these silver lights move and swirl, each one inviting you deeper into calm. A memory stirs in the falconer's heart as he climbs the worn stairs inside the castle. He remembers sitting by the hearth as a boy, his father telling him stories of the first falconers who learned the language of the wind. How those ancient keepers believed that to train a falcon was to understand freedom itself. how they call their birds sky dancers, seeing in their effortless flight the power of letting go. And he whispers to you now, let go, release every worry. Let your spirit dance like the falcon in open skies. He passes a stained glass window at the first landing. A moonbeam catches a colored glass, sending ripples of blue, green, and violet across the stone walls. Tiny motes of dust float in the light like sparkling stars. You follow them with your eyes, feeling your mind soften with each drifting speck. Their gentle motion mirrors the slowing of your thoughts, each one quieter than the last. From the tower's high balcony, the falconer gazes over the sleeping forest beyond the castle walls. The treetops sway gently in the breeze, each one a dark silhouette against the silver sky. In the distance, a waterfall whispers as it tumbles over rocks, a sound like the softest sigh. He tells you that even the strongest rivers rest at night, their waters slowing as they cool in the moon's embrace. That you, too, can let yourself be still, knowing that tomorrow you will flow with renewed strength. The falconer sits on the balcony's wide stone rail, his lantern at his feet casting a warm pool of light. He hums another lullaby, this one learned from a traveling bard who visited the castle long ago. The melody carries a memory of firelit halls, of laughter and stories shared long into the night. He hums low and slow, inviting you to imagine a fire crackling nearby, shadows dancing on old stone walls. To feel yourself sinking into a soft blanket before the hearth, warmth on your face, the world beyond the castle long forgotten. He remembers how medieval bards often ended their performances with blessings for safe sleep, speaking words to guide their listeners gently into dreams. And so he offers you this blessing now, his voice softer than ever. May the stars guard your sleep. May the moon light your dreams. May the dawn find you whole, and your heart always free. He lets his words fade into the hush of night, replaced by the soft rustling of feathers as one of his hawks stirs in the mews below. You can almost hear the tiny shift of its talons, the faint brush of wings settling back into stillness. The sound is soothing, reminding you that even creatures born to fly must rest and gather strength, that there is beauty in pausing, in taking time to breathe, in surrendering to the healing power of sleep. The castle stones hold the warmth of many days, and in their quiet strength you can sense the endurance of time itself. You feel supported by these walls, as if their centuries of stories and dreams lend you their steady calm. You are not alone here. You are wrapped in a tapestry of countless nights that have come before you, each one carrying its own hopes, its own whispers, its own moonlit moments of peace. He looks to the horizon, where the sky meets the forest, and sees the first hint of dawn, a faint paling of the eastern stars. He knows there is still time before the world awakens, still moments left to drift in the soft cradle of night. So he urges you to stay here with him a while longer, to savor the quiet, to let your breathing remain slow and deep, to trust that the night will hold you gently until the sun's first light. The falconer closes his eyes, listening to the chorus of the sleeping world, the occasional chirp of a cricket, the gentle rustle of the old oak, the nearly silent sigh of your own breath. He feels a deep peace settle over him, a peace he shares with you now. He imagines it as a soft, shimmering cloak draped across your shoulders, comforting and warm. He speaks once more, his voice so soft it is almost part of the night itself. Know that you are enough. Know that you have done your best. Know that rest is your right, as natural as the moon's glow. And know that in this moment, you are exactly where you need to be. As his words drift into silence, the night grows even more still. The courtyard, the garden, the old oak, the mews with sleeping birds, all rest in perfect quiet. Even the stars seem to pause in their slow dance across the sky, waiting for you to drift completely into the safe harbor of sleep. And you feel your mind floating, lighter and lighter, your thoughts dissolving like snowflakes on warm skin. You are soft. You are safe. You are free. The night now feels like a soft sea of velvet, stretching endlessly beyond the castle's stone walls. The falconer stays very still upon a high balcony, listening to the hush, watching the silver clouds drift like gentle ships across the sky, each cloud a dream, floating quietly past. He invites you to place your worries, your busy thoughts, your cares upon one of these clouds, to watch it sail softly out of sight, to let the cool night air fill the empty space with calm. The falconer's lantern flickers low now, its warm glow mingling with the first soft hints of dawn's light on the horizon. But still, the night lingers, protective and kind, a final gift of stillness before morning arrives. He knows the ancient belief that the last hour of night was the most magical, when wishes made in whispers could reach the stars before they faded with the dawn. So he speaks a quiet wish for you. May your sleep be unbroken. May your dreams be kind. May you awaken with light in your heart. Below in the courtyard, the shadows stretch long and thin, wrapping the flagstones in soft gray blankets. A breeze stirs again, rustling to the herb garden, carrying the sweet scent of lavender, of mint, of rosemary, plants once believed to protect dreamers from harm. The falconer breathes in these gentle fragrances and invites you to do the same. Imagine their soft perfume filling your chest with peace. Imagine each breath a thread in the tapestry of your dreams, weaving a night of rest and comfort. He steps down from the balcony, moving through the castle's quiet halls, his boots silent on the worn stone. He passes old tapestries that tell stories of knights and queens, of hunts beneath silver moons, of falcons soaring high over forests deep and dark. Their colors faded by time, yet their tales as soothing now as they were centuries ago. He pauses before one tapestry, its thread showing a falcon in mid-flight, wings wide, eyes clear. He traces a pattern with his fingers and smiles, thinking of the quiet strength that lives in both the bird and the dreamer. The falconer reaches a great hall, where embers glow softly in the hearth, filling the room with gentle warmth. He lowers himself into a carved wooden chair beside the fire, setting his lantern upon the floor. The flames crackle quietly, their light dancing across the stone walls, casting gentle shadows that sway like the branches of the old oak. He lets the heat seep into his bones and invites you to feel that same warmth now, spreading slowly through your body, from your head to your toes. A warmth that loosens every tension, that melts away the last edge of wakefulness. The fire's crackle is the night's final song, soft, steady, comforting. The falconer hums along with it, his voice low and slow, blending with the sound of the burning wood. His song carries no words now, only the shape of peace, the echo of rest. And with each note, your breath grows deeper, your body heavier, your mind quieter. He gazes into firelight, remembering the old belief that flames held the power to guard against bad dreams, that their glow kept watch through the night, a promise of safety until dawn. So he leaves the embers burning low, their light a quiet guardian for all who sleep within these walls, including you. He hopes you can feel that promise now, that you are shielded by warmth and kindness, that you are cradled by the soft, silver night. Outside, the falcons stir ever so slightly as the dark begins to fade, but their eyes remain closed, their bodies still wrapped in the comfort of rest. They know the night is not yet gone, that there is still time to dream, and so, like them, you are free to drift deeper, to float gently down, like a feather falling through soft air, landing in a quiet heart of sleep. The falconer leans back in his chair, eyes heavy, listening to the final sounds of night, the soft sigh of the breeze through cracks in the stone, the distant murmur of the forest, just beginning to wake, the low, steady heartbeat of the castle itself, as old as the hills. Each sound a note in the night's last lullaby, a song meant just for you, a song of rest, of safety, of dreams that carry you wherever you wish to go. And as he drifts into his own sleep beside the hearth, he offers one last thought for you to carry into your dreams. You are part of this peaceful night, part of the stars and the moon, part of the oak and the falcon's flight. You are never alone. The night holds you in gentle hands, and morning will greet you with kindness. Candle, so now, let your eyes grow heavier still. Let your body relax completely, sinking into softness. Let your mind float free, carried on wings of quiet. The falconer's story has woven a blanket of calm around you. You are safe. You are cherished. You are ready to rest. Sleep well, dear friend. Sleep deep, and may the moon and the falcons watch over you until the morning's first light. The night lingers, stretching time like a gentle sigh. Each minute feels slow and kind, as if the world has paused to let you rest more deeply. The falconer's breathing slows, matching yours in a soft, steady rhythm. In and out, in and out. Each breath drawing you deeper into peace, like the ocean's tide pulling you softly toward the shore dreams. Outside the castle walls, the forest lies hushed in the last moments of darkness. Mist curls through the trees, wrapping trunks and branches in a silvery veil. The stars begin to fade, their twinkles softening like candle flames blown gently out. But the moon still watches, full and patient, its light a quiet blessing upon the world. The falconer's falcons stir and amuse, but do not wake. Even their dreams are hushed and calm. From a high tower, a lone candle flickers in an arched window. Its light barely reaches a courtyard, but you can imagine its warm glow spilling across stone floors, casting dancing patterns on old tapestries. You can almost hear the soft scratch of quill on parchment as the castle scribe writes down the night's dreams in careful lines. In medieval times, some believe that dreams could be messages from the moon, recorded to find wisdom or warnings in their symbols. Tonight, your dreams are only gentle, carrying you through skies of silver and clouds of down, showing you your own strength and kindness reflected in the stars. The falconer's cloak hangs by the fire, warming in the last glow of the embers. The scent of wood smoke lingers in the room, mingling with lavender from the herb garden, wrapping you in a blanket of comfort. Each inhale feels soft and safe, each exhale lighter than the one before. You are cocooned in warmth and peace, floating deeper into rest with every slow breath. A soft knock echoes in the castle's halls. Not urgent, just a gentle reminder that the world will wake soon. But not yet. There are still minutes to savor, still heartbeats to cherish in the hush. The falconer does not move, eyes half closed, letting the quiet hold him, and you, in a gentle embrace. He remembers a line from an old prayer. Sleep is the balm of hearts, the healer of weary minds. And he whispers it now for you, his voice a feather drifting in the dark. Outside, the first birds begin to sing, tentative notes, like shy greetings to the coming dawn. Their songs weave with the rustle of leaves and the faint trickle of the distant waterfall. This chorus is soft, never rushing you, never pulling you from sleep before you are ready. The night still belongs to you, and you are free to drift longer, to dream deeper, to rest as long as you need. The falconer dreams of skies painted in soft colors, rose, gold, pale blue, where his birds glide without fear. He dreams of you walking beside him, the castle quiet around you, the moon smiling above. Together you stand beneath the old oak, feeling its quiet wisdom seep into your bones. He shows you how to raise your arms like wings, how to let go of anything heavy, how to trust the night to carry you wherever your heart longs to go. In this dream, the falconer tells you stories of falcons who flew so high they could see the curve of the world, of ancient towers where sentinels watch for travelers and welcome them with warm bread and soft beds, of secret gardens where moonflowers open only at midnight, their petals glowing with pale light. He tells you these stories in a voice as soft as starlight, each word wrapping you tighter in comfort, inviting you deeper into sleep. The embers in the hearth glow lower, pulsing gently like the slow beat of a calm heart. The falconer's lantern is burned out now, its glass cool, its light surrendered to the night. Yet there is no darkness, only the soft, silver wash of the moon, the faint gleam of stars, the warmth of old stones holding centuries of quiet. You sense that this night has no sharp edges, only soft curves and gentle shadows. Nothing here can harm you. Everything here wishes you peace. Candle, he tells you that in medieval times, people believed that before dawn, the boundary between the world of dreams and waking was thinnest, that blessings whispered in these moments travel far and true. So he whispers blessings for you now, letting each word fall like a petal onto the stillness. May peace linger long in your heart. May your sleep heal all that needs mending. May your dreams carry you to skies wide and free. And may you always know you are loved. A soft wind drifts through cracks in the castle stone, cool but kind, a breeze that carries the scent of dew in far-off meadows. It brushes your skin like the lightest caress, a promise that morning will come gently. It rustles a falcon's feathers as they dream, but they remain still, trusting the night to keep them safe, just as you can trust it now. The old oak outside shifts slightly, its leaves murmuring one last lullaby before dawn. Their song is slow, like the breathing of the earth, a sound that seeps into your bones and soothes every corner of your mind. The falconer stirs slightly in his chair, but does not wake. He is lost in dreams of moonlit skies and gliding wings. He dreams of a world where every night ends with peace, every dawn begins with hope, every heart knows rest. And in this shared dream, you too are flying, high and unafraid, the stars close enough to touch, the world far below soft and small. You feel light as air, strong as wind, quiet as a sleeping forest. You feel free. The falconer's dream carries you above the treetops now. The castle spreads out below like a toy village, roofs dusted in moonlight, towers reaching into the silver sky. You see the old oak from above, its crown of leaves stirring softly as though waving to you. Beyond it, the forest stretches dark and endless, mist curling the hollows like quiet rivers of silver. You glide higher still, the air cool and sweet against your skin, stars spinning slowly around you like lanterns hung in the sky. Your wings, light and strong in this dream, beat with steady grace. Each movement lifts you farther from worries, farther from heavy thoughts. You feel the hush of the night wrapping you in perfect calm. The moon glows larger, brighter, casting your shadow across fields and hills below. A silent guardian following your flight, promising you are never alone. The falconer's voice, soft as velvet, drifts through the sky to reach you. Fly where your heart feels lightest. Soar over forests of hope, lakes of kindness, valleys of peace. Let every breath carry you farther from fear, closer to dreams that nourish your soul. He shares another secret of the old ways. That medieval falconers believed the moon's reflection in a river was a portal to forgotten dreams. That when a falcon dipped its wings into that reflection, it could bring those dreams back to life. So imagine, as you fly, skimming low over a quiet river that mirrors the moon so perfectly it seems a second sky. Feel your wingtips brush that silver surface, sending ripples of calm to the world below. The river winds through shadowy meadows dotted with sleeping sheep and quiet cottages. Soft lanterns glow in some windows, their gentle light a promise that even in the deepest night, warmth waits somewhere. A bell in a distant village tolls once, its tone low and round, vibrating through the air like a comforting heartbeat. The sound reaches you where you drift, and you let it sink into your chest, steadying your breath, slowing your mind even more. A shooting star crosses the sky, its light swift and silent. The falconer whispers that long ago, people believed falling stars were sparks of angels' wings, slipping into our world to light the path of those who were lost. He tells you to make a wish as you watch the stars' trail fade into darkness. A wish for peace, for love, for mornings that greet you softly. He reminds you that wishes made in the night carry the moon's blessing. Your wings grow tired, but there is no fear in the slowing of your flight. Only a deepening sense of rest, a warm pull back toward the earth, back towards safety. You drift lower, gliding in slow spirals until the castle's courtyard opens beneath you once more. The old oak's branches sway gently, ready to catch you. The falconer stands waiting below, arms outstretched, his face lit with a kind smile. You land softly beside him, your wings folding into the quiet shape of your body. He rests a hand on your shoulder, grounding you with his steady warmth. You feel the strength of stone walls, the softness of moss underfoot, the hush of the night wrapping you in a cocoon of calm. You are home. You are safe. You are ready to drift completely into sleep. The falconer guides you back through the moonlit courtyard. The falcons and the mews shift in their dreams but do not wake. They sense the peace returning with you. The castle's ancient stones radiate a quiet that seeps into your bones, deeper than any words. A final breeze passes through, stirring the scent of herbs, cooling your face, whispering that it is time to let go. He leads you through the wooden doors, which close behind you with a soft click, shutting out the night and leaving only the warm hush of the castle's heart. The fire in the hearth has settled into a slow, pulsing glow. Its light steady and kind. The falconer draws a thick woolen blanket over your shoulders, tucking it around you with care. You sink into the softness, your body growing heavier, your thoughts lighter, your breath slower. Candle, the falconer, sits beside you, his chair creaking quietly as he shifts. He speaks in a voice so soft it could be the voice of the night itself. Rest easy now. You have flown far and seen wonders. You have let go of burdens and gathered dreams. You have found peace among the stars and strength in the quiet earth. There is nothing more to do but sleep. The fire crackles softly, each pop and hiss a lullaby in its own right. The shadows on the walls dance slowly, their movements growing smaller, gentler as the flames sink lower. You feel the heat radiating against your skin, lulling you deeper, deeper still. Your mind drifts between the flickering light and the cool silver memories of the moonlit sky. Outside, the first birds of morning call softly, but their songs are hushed as though they, too, wish you a little longer in your dreaming. The falconer closes his eyes, his breathing a calm, steady rhythm beside you. He knows dawn will arrive soon enough, but in this moment, there is only the night's tender stillness. And in that stillness, you find perfect rest. The night holds you close, as if the very airs wrapped you in a gentle embrace. The falconer breathes slowly beside you, each inhale and exhale a reminder that it is safe to let go. He sits quietly, hands folded in his lap, eyes half closed as he listens to the soft chorus of sleeping birds, the fading crackle of the fire, the slow shifting of the old castle settling into dawn's approach. He whispers to you without words, his presence alone saying, "You are cared for, you are protected, you are free to drift." Beyond the castle walls, the sky begins to lighten, but only just a faint wash of pale blue brushing against the last stars. The moon hangs low on the horizon, a silver coin slipping toward morning's pocket. Yet the night still lingers, a final gift of quiet before the day stirs. You lie wrapped in warmth, floating at the edge of dreams, unhurried and unbound. The falconer hums again, this time an older melody, one he learned from a healer who traveled with bards and knights. A song said to mend not only bodies but restless minds, each note a soft thread of peace. You feel those threads weaving around your thoughts, gathering them gently until all that remains is softness. Your body grows heavier still, your breath slower, your heart calmer with each note. He tells you a final secret of medieval nights, that when a falconer's hawk slept peacefully through till dawn, it was a sign of good omens and gentle days to come. So he points to his resting falcons in the mews, still silent, still dreaming, and smiles. He promises you that their quiet is a blessing on your sleep, a sign that tomorrow will meet you with kindness. A light breeze sighs through a crack in the window, stirring the curtains ever so slightly. It carries the scent of dawn, a hint of damp earth, the sweetness of moss, the cool promise of a world washed clean by night. It brushes your face, a soft caress that says, "You have nothing to fear here. You can rest completely. You are home." The falconer reaches into a small pouch in his belt, pulling free a few tiny feathers fallen from his birds, soft as silk, white as moonlight. He sprinkles them in the air above you, and you imagine them floating down, each one carrying a wish for your peace. As they settle in your dream, you feel your mind drift further, each feather a step deeper into a landscape of sleep where you can wander free and unhurried. He tells you of an old castle custom. Before dawn, the guards would whisper a prayer at each gate, thanking the night for keeping everyone safe. He shares that prayer now, his voice so soft it's like the night itself speaking. Thank you, quiet night, for the shelter of stars. Thank you, gentle moon, for your silver watch. Thank you, soft darkness, for your healing rest. The castle stone walls seem to hum with these words, as if they've heard them countless times and remember every one. You sense the weight of centuries of peaceful nights held within these stones, each one carrying stories of hearts that found rest, of dreams that floated beyond the castle roofs, of dawns that arrived soft and golden. That same peace now cradles you, a timeless comfort wrapping you until you feel lighter than air. The fire's embers glow faintly, a final reminder of the warmth you carry within you. There's soft light flickers on the falconer's face as he leans back, eyes closed, breathing calm and slow. He knows that even as the sun prepares to rise, the world can stay quiet a little longer for you, that you deserve every last drop of rest before day calls you back. The falcons begin to stir ever so slightly, shifting in their dreams, wings rustling like soft sighs. But they do not wake. Like you, they rest in the quiet space where dawn meets night. Their feathers catch the faint light of morning, gleaming softly like polished silver. You watch them in your drifting mind, feeling your own breath match the slow rise and fall of their small chests. The falconer's final words tonight are a lullaby spoken rather than sung, each sentence a feather landing gently on your mind. Let peace linger long after dawn breaks. Let your dreams give you courage. Let the night's quiet remain in your heart, so you carry calm with you wherever you go. Candle, he falls silent then, his breathing deep and even, matching yours perfectly. Outside, a faint bird song greets the horizon, its notes shy and low, the first brushstrokes of a new day. But the castle remains wrapped in shadows, the old oak still standing watch, the air still hushed with the night's blessing. You lie in this perfect stillness, mind empty of worry, soul full of quiet light. For now, there is only the soft drum of your heart, the whisper of the breeze, the glow of the last stars. You drift like a feather on dark water, carried gently by the current of sleep. And you know, deeply certainly, that you are safe, that you are loved, that you can surrender completely to the peace of this moonlit night. The castle walls breathe with you, as though the ancient stones themselves sigh with each rise and fall of your chest. Their quiet strength surrounds you, a sanctuary built not just of rock and mortar, but the countless peaceful nights they have seen. You feel the weight of time not as a burden, but as a comforting blanket, centuries of dreams and silences wrapped around you, keeping you safe. Each heartbeat echoes softly through these halls, joining the quiet pulse of a world still hushed in sleep. The falconer shifts in his chair, the wood creaking gently beneath him, a lullaby in itself. He gazes at you with eyes soft as dusk, as if he sees the dreams you carry, the wishes you keep close to your heart. He smiles, a curve of warmth lit by the last glow of the embers, and you know you are seen. You know you are accepted. You know you are enough, just as you are. Outside, dawn unfurls its first pale threads across the eastern sky, yet darkness still cradles the world. A lone nightingale sings a quiet, trembling note, the sound like a drop of silver falling into a pool of silence. Its song weaves through the misty air, reaching you where you lie, inviting you to drift deeper before the day begins. You hear it, feel it, and let it guide you even further into sleep. The falconer remembers how his mother used to tell him stories before dawn, her voice soft as candlelight. How she described a sky of endless stars, each one carrying a dream someone once dared to wish. How she taught him that when you close your eyes, those stars can become your own. You can pluck them one by one and tuck them inside your heart. He invites you now to imagine yourself lying under that same endless sky, arms open, stars drifting down to rest in your hands, in your chest, in your dreams. A hush settles over the castle, as if the world itself holds its breath. Even the leaves of the old oak outside have stilled, waiting for the sun's first kiss. Yet you remain wrapped in the night's final moments, a gift of quiet, so deep it seems to slow time. The falconer's voice is a whisper in this hush, a lullaby made of breath and hope. Rest now, dear one. The world will wait. The dawn will come when you are ready. He remembers an old belief, that those who rose with the sun carried its light in their hearts, but those who lingered in sleep carried the moon's peace with them through the day. He tells you it is good to sleep a little longer, to wake only when your body and mind are filled with gentle rest, that you deserve to rise not with a start, but with a soft stretch, eyes blinking open to light that feels like a friend. The embers in the hearth fade to a soft glow, no longer flames but a quiet, pulsing heart of warmth. Their reddish light flickers across the stone floor, across the folds of the falconer's cloak, across your peaceful face. Each flicker says, "You are safe here. You are warm here. You are free to dream without fear." Outside, the falcons rustle one last time in the mews, wings shifting in their sleep, feathers whispering against wood. Their dreams are your dreams, skies wide and clear, currents of wind lifting you above every burden, horizons unbroken and bright. The falconer breathes in their quiet, then breathes it out, sharing their peace with you as you drift. His voice reaches you again, softer than ever. May your sleep carry you high. May your dreams keep you light. May your heart wake soft and open. Candle, he rests his hand on the arm of his chair, the fire's last light glinting off the worn brass of his rings. He closes his eyes, his breathing a low, steady wave. You match that rhythm instinctively, your breaths deepening until you feel weightless, floating like a feather in the dark. The world beyond these walls fades until there is only the warmth of the hearth, the softness of your blanket, the silver glow of dawn's earliest light brushing your dreams. A rooster crows in the far distance, but its call is muffled by the thick stone walls and heavy morning mist. It cannot pull you from this cocoon of quiet, cannot shake you from the deep rest that holds you safe. The falconer stirs at the sound but does not wake. His dreams are woven with yours, his peace shared with yours. Together, you drift in the final, precious minutes of the night's embrace. The sky beyond the high windows turns a palest shade of pearl, and the stars wink out one by one. Yet the moon still lingers low over the forest, reluctant to leave, watching over you as long as it can. Its silver light slides across your closed eyelids, cool and soothing, a final blessing from the night. You feel that light sink into your skin, into your bones, leaving a memory of calm you will carry through the day ahead. In the courtyard, the mist begins to thin, revealing dew-kissed grass and the old oak's sturdy branches. A pair of doves coo softly from the castle's highest turret, their song the first true greeting of morning. But you remain nestled in darkness, protected by the last shadows of night, the falconer's gentle watch, and the promise of peace that will stay with you even when you wake. The castle breathes with the soft rhythms of dawn, walls exhaling warmth, stones holding the memory of countless quiet mornings. The falconer's head is bowed, chin resting on his chest, his breathing so slow it's nearly silent. He dreams beside you, the old oak outside a sentinel over both your slumbers, its branches whispering a lullaby only the wind understands. In that hush, you feel time stretch and soften, each second flowing like warm honey, slow and sweet. The falconer's cloak slips from his shoulder, the heavy wool pooling around his arm like the night folding itself away. Yet you remain wrapped in the lingering darkness, safe in its gentle hold, the last stars overhead like pale seeds waiting to bloom in your dreams. You imagine those stars floating down, settling on your skin, tiny sparks of peace that glow softly as you breathe. Each one a quiet promise. You are safe, you are warm, you are free to rest. Beyond the castle walls, a faint breeze stirs a morning mist, carrying the scent of damp earth and new grass. It slips through mews, ruffling the sleeping falcon's feathers, winding through the herb garden where lavender and rosemary release their fragrance into the cool air. That scent reaches you, wrapping you in a cocoon of softness, a fragrance older than memory, older even than the castle stones, a scent that says, sleep a little longer, dream a little deeper. The falconer's breathing slows further still, a gentle rise and fall, a rhythm you match without thought. The warmth of the hearth has sunk into your bones, softening every muscle, quieting every worry. Each breath is a wave that carries you further into rest, further from the edges of wakefulness. You feel your body sink deeper into the softness beneath you, as if the earth itself is holding you close. Outside, the forest holds its breath as the first rays of light slip through the trees. Birdsong begins in small, tentative notes, but the night still clings to the world, delaying the day's rush, giving you these last moments to linger in quiet. The moon lowers slowly, stubborn in its watch, silver glow brushing the castle towers one last time before it bows to the sun. Its light pools in the courtyard like a final blessing, shimmering on dewdrops, turning the grass into tiny fields of stars. The falconer dreams of the sky wide and endless, of falcons soaring higher than clouds, of you flying beside them with wings of silver light. He dreams of laughter echoing across stone walls, of warmth shared by hearth fires, of peace so deep it hums in every breath. His dream carries you with him, lifting you above the quiet castle, over moonlit meadows, into skies brushed with the first colors of dawn. In this dream, you are light as air, swift as thought, free as the wind. Candle, the fire's embers fade to a single coal, a small heart warmth pulsing slowly in the darkness. That light beats in time with your own heart, slow and steady, a quiet rhythm that rocks you towards sleep's deepest shores. The falconer's cloak rises and falls with his breathing, each movement another soft assurance. You are not alone. You are watched over. You are cherished. Beyond the walls, the old oak stands tall and unshaken, its branches stirring only slightly as dawn's first light touches its highest leaves. A single leaf flutters loose, drifting down to the cool morning air, turning slowly as it falls. You watch it in your mind's eye, feeling each gentle spin, each slow descent, each soft landing on the dew-slick grass. That leaf carries with it the night's peace, settling into the earth, planting a seed of calm that will bloom inside you even after you wake. The falcons and the mews ruffle their feathers, but remain curled in their nests of straw and down. Their dreams linger in a hush, filled with endless skies and quiet thermals that lift them above every storm. Their peace becomes your peace. Their stillness wraps around you like soft wings. The falconer shifts in his chair, eyes fluttering beneath heavy lids, his own dreams mingling with yours until you both drift together in a shared ocean of night. A faint bell rings in a distant village, the sound carrying on the breeze like a soft chime, low and comforting. It tolls not to wake you, but to mark the dawn's gentle arrival, a reminder that time moves forward, but there is still space here for rest. The bell's tone resonates through the castle's stones, humming the walls, vibrating quietly in your chest, lulling you deeper with each slow peal. The falconer's voice drifts up from sleep, so soft it could be a memory. May the dawn rise softly for you. May your dreams leave you light and unburdened. May peace remain with you through every breath of the day to come. The castle lies hushed, each stone soaked in a quiet that only lingers before dawn fully wakes. The falconer's breathing is deep and even, chest rising and falling like a slow tide. You match his rhythm, every inhale and exhale pulling you farther from the edges of wakefulness, deeper into the warm center of sleep. The air grows still. The world itself pauses to cradle you in a silence, so complete it feels like being wrapped in moonlight. The falcons shift again, a gentle rustle of feathers, but they do not rise. They know, as you do, that the night has not yet finished its watch. Their dreams are of endless skies touched by pale stars, of winds that lift without effort, of soft clouds that cushion every descent. Their peace flows to you, carried on the hush, folding around you like wings of down. You breathe in the softness, breathe out the last fragments of thought, sinking further, surrendering completely to quiet. The old oak outside stands as it has for centuries, roots deep in the earth, branches spread like arms offering shelter to the sky. Its leaves whisper lullabies only those who listen closely can hear, their voices weaving ancient songs of patience and resilience. You feel that strength seep into you with each breath. The quiet certainty of the oak, the stillness of its heartwood, the comfort of its timeless watch. Beyond the castle walls, dawn slowly unfurls in muted colors. Pale rose, soft lavender, gentle gold. But here, within these thick stones, the night lingers a little longer, stubborn in its kindness. You remain wrapped in shadows cool and comforting, in silence warm and familiar. No alarm, no rush, only the endless moments stretching softly around you. The falconer's cloak has slipped entirely from his shoulders, pooled like a shadow at his feet. His head rests against the tall chair's back, mouth parted in silent dreams, a peaceful figure lit only by the fading glow of the hearth. You sense the steadiness of his presence even in sleep, a promise that nothing will disturb you, that you are protected until you wake on your own time. Candle, the embers give one final glow, a soft pulse of warmth that seems to sink directly into your heart. Their light flickers across the old stone floor, catches on iron sconces, gleams faintly on the smooth feathers of the resting falcons. Then it dims, fading into a quiet red coal, a heartbeat of night that says, "You are free to rest as long as you wish." A night breeze slips into the narrow windows, cool and smelling of moss and mist. It curls around your face like a tender hand, brushing hair from your brow, carrying whispers of far-off places where the dawn has yet to break. You imagine riding that breeze in your dreams, floating high over dark forests, skimming silver rivers, drifting into valleys blanketed with moonlight. Each thought grows softer, each image gentler, until they dissolve into the warm dark of sleep. The falconer's breathing blends with yours, slow and easy, the two of you drifting in the same quiet current. His voice drifts up once more, softer than a breeze rustling feathers. May the quiet stay with you. May you carry the night's peace into the day. May you always know that rest is your birthright. Outside, the mist begins to lift, pulling back from the courtyard to reveal glistening stones and the old oak's roots knotted deep into the earth. Dawn's light touches the highest branches with a barest hint of pink, but shadows still pool around the base of the oak, offering one last pocket of night's comfort. You rest there in your mind, curled in those shadows like a small bird beneath protective boughs, unbothered by the world's slow stirring. A soft murmur rises from the village below, the earliest risers calling gently to one another, their words carried on the morning air. But they are distant and muted, hushed by the thick walls and the heavy mist. The castle holds you in a deeper silence, one woven from centuries of dawns that waited patiently for sleepers to wake when they were ready. The falconer's dreams mingle with yours, stories of skies without end, winds that never falter, stars that linger long past sunrise. Dove, he shifts slightly, murmuring in his sleep words that brush your ears like falling petals. You are safe. You are loved. You are free to rest. Each word lands gently in your heart, softening your breath even more, easing your mind into the softest darkness. The falcon's wings flutter once, feathers rustling like a lullaby's final note, then settle still again. They sense the last threads of night and hold on to them, just as you do, savoring the hush before the day brightens. Their quiet joins yours, a chorus of stillness woven into fabric of dawn's slow unfolding. You feel your heartbeat slow, matching the falconer's, matching the pulse of the quiet earth. The castle walls stand strong around you, timeless and unchanging, a sanctuary for every sleeper who ever lay beneath their roof. And now they are your sanctuary, too, holding you, sheltering you, giving you the peace you deserve. The dawn's first true light peaks above the treetops, brushing the highest towers of the castle with a soft glow. But the courtyard below remains dim and quiet, shadows lingering like a comforting blanket. You lie safe within these walls, cocooned in the final hush of night, your breath slow and deep, each inhale a gift of peace, each exhale a gentle release of every last worry. The falconer stirs in his chair but does not wake, his face calm, his dream still soft and kind. The falcons shift once more, talons clinking faintly on their perches, a quiet music that blends with the rustle of leaves outside. You imagine those falcons rise in your dreams, wings outstretched, gliding through skies of pale gold and lavender, their cries silent but full of joy. Each sweep of their wings lifts you higher into rest, carrying you above every care, every thought, every weight you've carried. Their flight becomes your own, a drifting dance in dawn's first light. The oak outside stands proud and unmoving, its branches catching the first warm rays of morning. A single bird lands on a high bough, feathers ruffled by the gentle breeze, and sings a note so pure it seems to open the sky itself. Yet the sound does not wake you. It weaves into your dreams, a thread of bright comfort, a song that tells you the world is waking softly, and you are safe to sleep a little longer. Candled, the falconer's breathing deepens, chest rising and falling like the steady tide of a distant sea. He dreams of old stone corridors bathed in moonlight, of quiet halls lined with sleeping falcons, of peaceful nights like this one stretching on forever. He dreams of you, resting beside him, wrapped in shadows and soft blankets, your face serene, your mind untroubled. In his dream, he watches you fly above the castle, silver wings catching stars, laughter trailing behind you like stardust. The fire's last coal dims, winking out as the sky beyond the windows grows brighter. But you carry that warmth inside now, a soft ember glowing in your chest, promising you can find peace whenever you need it, wherever you are. That glow will stay with you, a quiet light to guide you through any darkness, a memory of the night's gentle hush. Outside, the mist begins to break apart, revealing dew-slick grass and the glimmer of tiny spiderwebs strung like jeweled nets between roots and stones. Each bead of dew catches a morning light, tiny rainbows dancing in their curves, the world waking slowly and beautifully around you. Yet within the castle, the air stays cool and dim, the walls holding the last breath of night, just for you. The falconer's voice drifts through the hush, softer than ever, as though he's speaking directly into your dreams. Let the light find you slowly. Let the morning greet you kindly. Let the peace of this night remain in your heart. Each word lands like a feather, light and reassuring, settling into your mind as you drift deeper into sleep. A breeze lifts through the narrow window, stirring the heavy drapes, brushing your cheek with a touch cooler than dawn. It smells of the forest's waking breath, damp earth, fresh leaves, faint wildflowers hidden beneath the old oak. It carries with it the world's first sigh of morning, a whisper that everything outside is stirring, but nothing demands your attention yet. You remain in perfect stillness, drifting, breathing, dreaming. The falcons settle completely, their wings folding neatly against their sides, beaks tucked into soft feathers. They become statues of quiet strength, guardians of your dreams, sentinels who watch the coming day but will not let it disturb your rest. Their calm joins yours, their stillness deepening your own, until you and they are one with a hush that hangs between night and dawn. Of the falconer's dreams shift to memories, of nights spent beneath endless stars, of fires burning low in quiet fields, of soft songs sung to drowsy falcons who needed comfort as much as people did. He dreams of those nights stretching on forever, each one a gentle gift, each one a moment of rest shared with kind souls. He dreams of you resting by his side, heart unhurried, mind unburdened, breath so light it could carry you into the sky. A rooster calls from the village below, its voice muffled by the thick morning mist. Its crow is a distant reminder that day is coming, but it cannot pierce the walls of your quiet. It cannot rush you from this perfect rest. The castle stands strong around you, a fortress of stone and shadows, of memories and peace, waiting patiently for you to rise when you are ready. The falconer's dreams deepen, threading themselves to the quiet morning like silver ribbons. He sees you walking barefoot across dew-kissed grass, the old oak shade sheltering you, the dawn painting your path in soft pastels. He dreams of your smile as you lift your face to the sky, letting the first warm rays of morning touch your skin without fear or hurry. In his dream, you are weightless, unburdened, free, exactly as you are meant to be. A low murmur rises from the forest beyond the walls, the sound of small creatures waking among leaves and roots. But the noise is distant, softened by layers of mist and stone, reaching you only as a comforting hum. It weaves into your sleep, a lullaby of the earth itself, singing softly to you of patience, of rest, of a world that can wait while you gather strength and dreams. The old oak stands watch still, its thick trunk warmed by the first kiss of the sun. A pair of sparrows flutter down to perch among its lower branches, wings shivering with quiet energy, yet they do not sing. They, too, seem to sense the hush you need, the sacred quiet of these moments before full daylight breaks. They keep their peace, their tiny hearts beating fast but silent, joining the chorus of calm holding the world still around you. The falconer sighs in his sleep, a low, contented sound that echoes softly in the stone hall. His breath stirs the fold of his cloak, a ripple of dark will shifting like a wave, then settling again. His presence remains a quiet anchor beside you, a steady weight that says, you do not have to face morning alone. You do not have to rise until you are ready. I am here and the world can wait. Candle, the last shadows of night linger in the corners of the castle, reluctant to flee from the growing light. They cradle you in a darkness soft as velvet, cool as morning mist, soothing as a mother's whispered song. Each breath you take fills your chest with this hush. Each exhale leaves behind only deeper peace. Time itself seems to slow, to match your heartbeat, the world spinning more gently just so you can rest. The falcons remain asleep, heads tucked, eyes closed, wings curved protectively around their bodies. They dream of open skies, of hunting winds that lift them without effort, of stars that guide them unerringly home. Their dreams ripple through the air, brushing your own, reminding you of strength and grace, of a freedom that waits patiently for you to claim it when you wake. Outside, a golden glow begins to spread across the courtyard, creeping over stones still damp with dew. The sun's light catches the edges of the old oak's leaves, turning them to emerald and jade, each vein traced with delicate fire. Yet within the thick castle walls, the dawn arrives like a whisper, soft, slow, patient. Its light does not rush you, but gently invites you to stay wrapped in your dreams a little longer. The falconer murmurs in his sleep, voice low as a breeze rustling feathers. May each sunrise find you whole. May each dawn greet you with gentleness. May your nights always offer you peace. His words settle in the air like drifting down, floating until they reach your ears, your heart, your dreams. Dove, a robin trills in the garden beyond the gate, its notes clear and bright, the first true song of morning. Yet the sound feels distant, softened by the thick mist curling around the castle's walls. It joins a quiet symphony of dawn, a breeze brushing leaves, the far-off murmur of a stream, the faint tick of cooling stones contracting in the morning air. Together, these sounds lull you deeper, turning the world into a cradle of calm. The falconer's dreams shift again, carrying you with him into memories of other nights and other dawns. He dreams of journeys taken on quiet roads beneath moonlight, of fires built in dark woods where stories were shared in low voices, of stars mirrored in still lakes that held all worries for a while. He dreams of you there with him, your steps light, your eyes bright, your heart unburdened as you walk side by side into the soft dark. His dream becomes yours, a safe place where the world is always gentle, where morning always waits until you are ready. The mist outside begins to thin, torn into pale ribbons by the rising sun. Beams of light slip through the old oak's canopy, laying soft patterns across the courtyard, dappling stone and moss with shifting gold. But you remain in the castle's hush, walls thick with centuries of patience, shadows deep with centuries of peace. You lie in the space between night and day, cradled by quiet, rocked by the steady breathing of the sleeping falconer. The first true rays of sun slip past the forest canopy, yet they arrive tenderly, casting no harsh glare. They lay across the castle towers like warm hands, brushing worn stones, glinting off iron hinges, lighting dewdrops into tiny, quiet stars. Yet the great halls within remain shadowed, full of the soft night's breath, where time seems paused just for you. You breathe it in, cool, hushed, sweet with the scent of moss and old wood, and feel yourself sink even deeper into sleep's warm embrace. The falconer's head tilts slightly, his face relaxed, mouth curved in a small, untroubled smile. He dreams of skies painted with moonlight, of falcons slicing through clouds like shadows on silk, of your laughter echoing among starlit peaks. In that dream, he flies beside you, wings of memory and hope bearing him effortlessly beside your own, every beat in perfect unison. He knows you are safe there. He knows your rest is deep and kind. The falcons themselves stir only enough to fluff their feathers, a soft rustle, like whispers over water. They tuck their beaks back into down, hearts beating slow and steady, minds drifting in dreams of thermals rising over emerald valleys and sapphire lakes. Their peace becomes a blanket laid gently over you, each breath they take lulling you further, each soft shift of feathers whispering, sleep. Deeper still the world can wait. Candle beyond the walls, the village wakes slowly, a distant bleat of sheep, the muffled clank of a pail, a soft voice humming as doors creak open. Yet all these sounds arrive softened by the thick stone and lingering mist, their edges rounded until they slip into your dreams as warm reassurance. You are untouched by the day's demands. You remain wrapped in night's lingering quiet, safe in the falconer's watch. The old oak outside shivers once as the breeze changes, its leaves rattling like tiny silver bells, a music so delicate it might only exist for those half-dreaming. That sound floats to your ears, settles over your thoughts, and smooths away the last small ripples of worry. Each leaf tremble a soft reminder that even the oldest guardians know how to sway and rest, how to bend with grace, how to wait for the right moment to greet the sun. The falconer sighs in sleep, breathing words only the night can truly hear. Let your heart wake soft as dawn. Let your mind wake clear as sky. Let the peace you hold tonight guide you gently tomorrow. His voice sinks into stones around you, into the quiet air, into your drifting thoughts, planting seeds of calm that will blossom long after you open your eyes. Dove outside, a dove coos softly, the sound rich and low, a heartbeat of morning echoing among mist-wrapped walls. The old oak's branches sway slightly, filtering the growing light into dappled patterns across the courtyard stones. Every ripple of brightness moves like water over moss, shifting with the breeze, playing a silent game that invites you to watch without thinking, to simply drift with the changing light. The falcons sleep on, guardians of both dreams and dawn, wings tucked tight, talons curled in peace. You feel their trust in the world's quiet, their certainty that rest is safe, their unhurried patience for the morning's full arrival. That trust seeps into you, loosening any last tension in your limbs, quieting any final restless thought. You lie weightless in the hush, breathing slow and deep, each exhale a release into softness. The falconer's dreams wander to old legends, tales his father told him on nights like this. Stories of knights who listened to owls for wisdom, of queens who kept gardens lit only by moonlight, of healers who found cures in the songs of nightingales. In his dream, you stand beside him beneath a silver sky, listening together, your hands brushing lightly, your heart steady in the hush of ancient stories. You feel those stories in your sleep, quiet threads weaving courage and wonder into the tapestry of your resting mind. Candle, the dawn now reaches the lower towers of the castle, yet light remains gentle, brushing stones and with soft gold. No blare of brightness, no sudden rush, only the slow, careful unfurling of day, as though the sun itself respects the sacred quiet of this night's end. The falconer's breathing remains calm and deep, his head resting back, his body relaxed, his dreams still tethered to yours like kites drifting over peaceful fields. A faint breeze moves through the high, narrow window, stirring the cool air with scents of damp earth, crushed mint from the castle's herb beds, the wild sweetness of meadow flowers waking beyond the walls. That breeze wraps you like a soft shawl, brushing your face, rustling your hair, whispering a promise. The world can wait. You are safe. Rest deeper. Dream longer.